then sweat more. And sweat can irritate your skin. Take your skin to its happy place with Dove Men's Micro Moisture technology that nourishes skin. Dove
Kita bersama rayanya gede banget sih. Literally itu ilusi banget, udah fantasi banget ya guys ya. Itu beneran kepo banget guys. Guys, kepo dengan kelanjutan selanjutnya guys ya. Oh iya guys, gue mau ngomong. Ini guys, tadi gue live stream tadi sore guys. Lalu ngapak live streamnya hilang dan nggak lanjut lagi.
Unlock a new world of efficiency with Asana. Identify blockers to keep work, projects, and goals on track. Try for free today at asana.com.
Under Biden, the cost of living skyrocketed, and lawsuit abuse is a big reason why. It costs working Americans over $4,000 a year. President Trump supports loser pays legislation to stop law.
the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day 2, he realizes how clean and clutter-free his browsing experience has been since he got Pi. He doesn't have to deal with annoying cookie pop-ups or targeted ads. Day 3, he can finally binge videos without
eFootball 2025 akhirnya sudah rilis dan ya lumayan lah, maksudnya jadi tahu kira-kira, dan memang benar survei yang kemarin gue bilang berarti benar, karena dari warga pun juga sebagian besar main di mobile ternyata. Jadi sepertinya memang ya game ini adalah game mobile aja. Untuk itu ntar gue bakal coba versi mobile ya, karena kemarin gue banyak yang bilang bahwa updatean versi 4 ini kebanyakan tuh mereka fokusnya ke mobile. Selain yang kita lihat kemarin ya, dari apa yang Konami ngomong sendiri gitu loh. Jadi untuk konsol gue nggak expect ada perubahan banyak. Maksudnya Master League itu bener-bener proper career mode, kayak lu main manager mode di FIFA gitu loh. Bukan My League. My League itu ya gue tahu ini offline juga, cuman bukan, berbeda gitu ya. Kita coba nih, gue pengen lihat divisi gue. Gue lupa waktu itu gue terakhir divisi berapa sih. Oh dari 9 lagi pak. Oke, jadi ini ya, yaudah. Nah untuk gameplay mungkin acara. Tapi ini acara pakai tim impian masalahnya loh. PVP sama ada VSE. Gue maunya yang pakai autentik aja supaya kita bisa ada real fight main juga kan. Laga teman ya, berarti eksibisi doang ya kalau autentik ya. Oh bahkan My League tuh dream team ya. Ya udah autentik aja deh. Ya ini kan langsung. Coba ya. Jadi tampilan ini juga sama persis nih pemilihan timnya. Nah kita langsung lihat sekalian buat license ya. Liga Denmark. Divisi berapa sih? Oh dari 9 lagi pak. Oke, jadi ini ya, yaudah. Nah untuk gameplay mungkin acara. Tapi ini acara pakai tim impian masalahnya loh. PVP sama ada VSE. Gue maunya
Flex your biceps to the beat. Me and my set losing sleep just to stay up in the dance. Please don't try this life we lead. She has no clue that her presence is the highlight of my week. She thought that I mess with so and so, but that was just a story. Life is good, no more parties. Shook a guy might bore me. I come from that side of South where no fear was your uniform. Started dressing bright, reckon days look like a unicorn. But we was all onto something. This is what we rooted for. Yeah. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city. Long time living in the city. Flex your biceps to the beat. Me and my set losing sleep just to stay up in the dance. Please don't try this life for me. It's not recommended how I spend it. These days I just share it on the record. Try to send a text that was an error. I think I got the message, but the message.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. It is quite a scene here in this grand Colosseum bearing the name of the former president of its illustrious occupants, Estadio Antonio Vespuccio Liberti. But of course we know it much better as the Mas Monumental. And so we stand for the anthems.
Well, look, it's going to be a very hard job to make sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated.
Well, that is the obvious worry, isn't it?
Yeah, usually managers play a compact midfield when trying not to give away space, but it gives you little scope when trying to create and exploit space yourself.
So emphasis very much on defence.
Absolutely.
There's the whistle. Played back to the goalkeeper. Amat. Gets a good foot in there. And now the breakaway.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
It's real chance! Goal!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Gol. Convertido en el minuto 19. Número 23.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Picked out brilliantly. Tries a shot! He's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Indonesia have scored two quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Showing great feet there. Nice interception, well timed. There's the shot! In he goes again! Oh, taken with style! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Indonesia heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Indonesia leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. So we're just settling back into this second half. Foot in. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Interesting ball. He has found the way through. China were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. So who's he going to be aiming for here?
de este partido.
So we've reached the hour mark.
62.005.
A real chance if he can get through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is...
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Succumbs to the pressure. The ball has bounced loose now. Indonesia have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's onside. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Can he put it away? It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Cambio.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Out to the right. Just 5 minutes left. Shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
So much time and space here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that will be the final act. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Indonesia certainly produced a lovely blend of flair and industry to earn a result that was fully merited for me.
Flex your biceps to the beat. Me and my set losing sleep just to stay up in the dance. Please don't try this life we lead. She has no clue that her presence is the highlight of my week. She thought that I messed with so and so, but that was just a story. Life is good, no more parties. Shook a guy might bore me. I come from that side of South where no fear was your uniform. Started dressing bright, reckon days look like a unicorn. But we was all onto something. This is what we rooted for. Yeah. Long time.
Baby, take it off. I can feel your gaze, it's electric. I know why you came, come get it. I can be anything I want. I can be anything I want. I can be anything I want. Anything I want, anything I want. I can be anything I want. I can be anything I want. I can be anything I want. Anything I want, anything I want.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And a fantastic tight venue, the Gewiss, now looking every bit a 21st century stadium after the recent renovations. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Kvaratskhelia. Has a shot! Kvaratskhelia is flagged offside. Mazraoui. Garnacho. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that is a... He's had a hit! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Højlund demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.